one I want to talk about is pictures. I personally am kind of a photo enthusiast. I have twin girls who are 2.5, so as you can imagine, I'm taking a lot of pictures. And the way I use them on the PC is very rich and full featured. I use the Windows Live Photo Gallery application to manage all the pictures that I store on my PCs, and I have thousands of them. I post a lot of them to Facebook to share them with my friends. And my posting on the internet is not limited to Facebook, to other web services as well. And on the PC, using these different applications works okay. But a phone is just not a PC. It has a small screen. I'm carrying it around with me. And the things I want to do are a little different. So let me introduce you to the Pictures Hub. You'll get a sense of the theme here. The Pictures Hub lets me see all the pictures on my phone. The Pictures Hub lets me see the pictures I've been taking recently, and it lets me see what's new with my friends. So what we're going to do is come over here and see how that looks on a real phone device. I'm going to touch the Pictures tile right here and navigate in. And this part of the hub is the gallery, where I can view all the pictures that are available for me to look at on my phone. I'm going to pan to the right, and the phone has picked the latest album of pictures that I synced from my PC or that I've taken with the phone camera, so they're available for quick viewing. I'm going to pan to the right, and again, a What's New feed that shows you all of the activity of my friends as it relates to photos.
The industry is hit a wall. Each new phone is just a slightly better version than the one before it. Adding to it has become a sea of sameness and a focus on apps over the phone experience itself. Don't get us wrong, we love apps, but current smartphones make you use them one at a time. In and out, and on to the next app. Then the next.
Vendor partners will be able to do in terms of creating next generation Windows phones. You share some of my excitement for the opportunity. There's no doubt that this phone market is A, highly competitive, B, highly dynamic, and C, super exciting. And there's no question in our minds as we go back a couple of years that we needed and wanted to do some things that were out of the box, clearly differentiated from our past, and hopefully you'll agree clearly differentiated from other things going on in the market. And I think that's valuable to have that kind of differentiated point of view. You'll see us continue to invest in our Windows Mobile 6.5 offering, but we start a whole new generation here with the arrival of Windows Phone 7 series. We built, if you will, with 3 fundamental changes in mind as we were thinking about the differentiation. Some of these should have popped clearly during the course of Joe's demonstration. Some of them probably less so, and I'll have a chance to talk a little bit about them. First, we really wanted to lead and, in a sense, take much more complete accountability than we had in earlier versions of the Windows Phone for the end-user experience. We worked hard to say, what's the minimum hardware definition that's required to allow us to do great experiences? How do we make sure that we really do have a set of smart design facilities in the way that Joe discussed, and that those get consistently implemented across a range of Windows phones? How do we take the next step in terms of really integrating experiences for the end user into the phone? And you saw what we've done with hubs and some of the built-in experiences. So the user experience that Joe showed you is a baseline on top of which there'll still be a lot of innovation. And I'll talk about that in a minute, from developers, from hardware manufacturers, and certainly from our operator partners. But that kind of complete, comprehensive, and consistent design experience for the end user was a fundamental principle of what we're trying to do with the Windows Phone 7 series. Second, at the end of the day, I think we all understand that in the business of information technology, software and creativity and the innovation of developers is absolutely fundamental. And with the 7 series of Windows phones, we really raised the platform on which people can build the operating systems and the set of integrated services that people can extend. A new foundation with a rich set of development tools that we'll have a chance to describe at our Mix conference next month. Built-in and consistent service availability, Bing, some of the live services that software developers can assume as a foundation and not have to re-engineer and repeat themselves. And Joe showed you some of the kinds of experiences that you can build around search, around the identity, around the integration with social networks and other things. So we'll talk a little bit more about what developers can do and the tool sets and opportunities for developers next month. But certainly we wanted to take a very big step forward on that. And third, but perhaps as significantly, although it doesn't come out, so to speak, in the demonstration itself, is we really wanted to take a step forward in terms of our approach in working with partners. The hardware vendors who build Windows phones and the operators who do so much to add value and bring these things to market and deliver the key service. With our hardware vendors, we want to raise the bar. We want to have a little bit more consistency in the hardware platform and a little bit more consistency in the user experience. But we still need to enable their innovation. We want you to see lots of different form factors of Windows Phone 7 series. Lots of different diversity. And I think with the new way we have of collaborating with those partners, you'll see greater consistency and almost more innovation in terms of what you can expect in terms of form and feel and industrial design and the like. Interactive ones that Joe had a chance to show you. But I wanted to describe a little bit kind of the motivations and where we were coming from. There's no question that we had to kind of step back about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, recast and reform strategy, design approach, and I think we're well on our way to making progress to something that can be pretty exciting. The changes that we're trying to make in the ecosystem broadly are very important. To talk a little bit more about those, I want to invite on stage Andy Lees. Andy runs our mobile communications business. He's going to talk a little bit more about some of the partnerships that we have in place and some of the partnerships we will be putting in place as we bring the Windows Phone 7 series to market. Please welcome Andy Lees.
So I joined the mobile group at Microsoft just under 2 years ago. I've been at Microsoft for about 20 years. And when I did, we used that as an opportunity to re-examine everything about our strategy.